Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. Today Bo and I are at the gym. It's Sunday, we're working out. Bo's actually going to the bathroom right now. We just finished our warm-up and we did a little bit of a warm-up, just some running and stuff. Are you ready to work?
No, not at all.
Well, too bad.
It's honest truth, but gotta get this bad boy back in shape.
That's right.
So what are we gonna work out? Tell me.
We're gonna do a hard workout. How was it? Good?
Really good.
Bo got a salad. What else did you get?
I got a little bit of rice and the chicken.
Good. And then we got carrot, apple, ginger, beet juice. A fruit cup. I got a fruit cup and some bone broth for digestion health.
Really good.
Got some water and a cute date, and that's it.
Hi Cambria, what's up?
Hi.
What you got? Show us.
I have an almond milk mocha because I have to edit for the rest of the evening and I'm kind of a little bit tired, but it was a really good day. We went and worked out and it was so good. I'm very relaxed right now. Like I feel very like chill. I do, you can tell, huh?
Yeah, the music's getting me right now. So.
I know. It was a tough workout.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good workout though. We got in, you saw what we did. It was good. It was hard. It's been a few days since we've worked out and it's just been a little bit off with everything lately, like everything in our lives. We're just making a lot of big decisions right now and we're getting married in like less than 8 weeks and so it's just a lot. It's a lot right now and so, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's just been a lot. So I had to buy a new track pad. I had to get a new trackpad because my other one stopped working and it wasn't under warranty. So I had to get a new one because I can't edit without my trackpad, obviously. So I need to get one of those, and then we got a cup of coffee.
Just mine. It's really good, huh?
So smooth. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So get a little bit of caffeine. Normally I don't do this. I don't really have coffee later on in the day, but I know I'm gonna need a little bit of energy for editing, so.
Right on.
Hey guys, I just wanted to make this video a little bit more informational and a little bit more fun. I just finished editing the vlog that you just watched right now, and I figured that I would answer one of the most popular questions that I get here from all of you guys, from a lot of you at least, all about like portion control, how to control your cravings, or how to not overeat. A lot of you guys know that I used to struggle really bad with binge eating, and if you want to know how I stopped binge eating, which I'm not going to particularly get into that, I'm going to stick to the topic of like overeating and portion control and stuff. Binging obviously is a part of that, so you should definitely go watch the video that I did years ago on how I stopped binge eating. That was the method that I used. You can also check out Brain Over Binge, which was the book that really helped me, so I'll link that in the description box if you want to check that out. And literally by the grace of God, I got out of the horrible mentality that I was in, and so I just kind of wanted to share some of those tips for you guys today when it comes to overeating and when it comes to portion control and everything like that. It was just really on my heart to do this, and I wanted to add a little bit more content to this vlog and this video. So basically, the first thing is to listen to your hunger levels, and I know that this can be extremely difficult, especially if you're dieting. So those two tips are kind of one and the same, to where you're listening to your body, listen to your hunger levels, and then to really stop dieting. For me personally, that changed everything for me when I stopped following a plan and a specific, whether it was calorie counting or whether it was a diet plan or whether it was no carbs or whether it was no fat. Like, there was always something that I was doing, and it never worked for me because it wasn't sustainable, and it was too all or nothing for me. It wasn't balanced, it wasn't easily maintainable, it wasn't sustainable for long term, and I just really believe that that kept me in a perpetual state of not being able to recognize my hunger levels. When I was dieting, I was constantly relying on a plan and on calories or on a form that I had to follow, and I never really understood like what my body was wanting or craving or telling me to eat or telling me not to eat. Because a lot of the times, if you're focused on a diet plan, like for a long time, I really tried to be vegetarian, not eat any oh my gosh, anything. Like, I didn't eat any fats, I didn't eat any carbs, I literally just ate nothing, and I tried to be vegetarian on top of that. I was miserable, exhausted, I was gaining weight, I was irritable. It was horrible. Like, I clearly was not thriving on that type of a diet, if you will. And I didn't listen to my body and what it was telling me, because I thought, well, this is healthy and so I have to do it, even though everything in my body was responding negatively. And I think it's so sad to watch people, you know, eat a certain way or live a certain way, and they're miserable doing it, and they don't like it, and it's not working for them, it's not helping them to reach their goals or be happier or just really honor the body that God has given them. It's just detrimental to your health or to their health, if you will. It's just so important to listen to your body, because every single person is different, and I can't come on here and tell you this is the way that you should eat because that's the only way that works, because the reality is that God made our bodies differently. But what God did give us is hunger levels, and He gave us the ability to feel if we're full or if we're hungry or if we're tired, and we can use that to better ourselves and better our choices when it regards food and when it regards portion control. The main thing is that I was not thriving off of following a specific plan. I needed to stop doing that so that I could listen to what my body was telling me to do and to eat. So you really have to listen to your body, and you have to do what works for you. And so that's really what I want to encourage you to do in this video, is if something is not working for you, you don't have to continue in it. You don't have to continue in your diet plan or going down the road of doing diets or counting macros or calories if that's not working for you. For me personally, that's not sustainable. I didn't enjoy looking at food and thinking that has 150 calories in it, I can't eat it. I felt like a robot, and I don't like that, and I didn't like that, and so I stopped. And I stopped counting calories, I stopped doing dieting, and for me that allowed me to get in tune with my body and my hunger levels again. And it's really important, if you're out of touch with your hunger levels and you're out of touch with what makes your body feel good and give you energy, then I really suggest that you switch some things up. You don't have to be doing anything. You're your own person, you have your own body, and you can listen to your body today. Today can be the day that you listen to your body. If something makes you feel sick or lethargic or tired or overall you're just not feeling happy with the way that you have a relationship with food, then you can change it today. So specifically regarding portion control and how to stop overeating and stop doing all of that, I really believe that it's directly tied in with how you view yourself and ultimately how you view food in relation to yourself. So if you're not viewing yourself as beautiful, as somebody that is created by God, that is literally a work of art, that is amazing, that does not deserve to be talked to negatively or beat up on, ultimately it's just really important to love yourself and to love your body. You have to accept yourself right where you're at right now, because you only have where you are right now. You don't have the past you or the future you have present moment you. And if present moment you can look at yourself and say, I am not where I want to be, but I love myself right now, I'm gonna start choosing to accept myself and to accept where I'm at right now, because what I did in the past led me to where I'm at right now, and maybe that wasn't working for me, but that doesn't mean that I have to continue going down that road. And so you can make the change right now to say, I love my body, I accept myself, I'm not gonna diet anymore, I'm gonna start listening to my hunger levels and what my body is telling me, and therefore your portion control and your food choices are directly going to be related to that mentality that you have. The most important thing is your mental state. And we think that if we could just control this, or if we could just work out this much, or if we could just, you know, I don't know, if we could just really stick to this plan for this amount of time, then that's what's gonna change everything. But really what changes everything is yourself right now. Your mindset right now has the ability and the power to affect your future and your present moment in a way that nothing else has the power to do. That's the amazing thing that I truly believe that is a blessing and a curse, is that our minds are so powerful. Sorry, somebody just turned on the vacuum. When I have my own house in a few weeks, we're not gonna have this issue anymore. You don't have to feel enslaved to a diet, or you don't have to feel out of touch with your hunger levels anymore. You can listen to yourself and listen to your body and listen to what makes you feel good. And you're going to eat based on what you're thinking about. So if all you're thinking about is your diet plan and you're hungry and you're hungry and you're hungry and you're not eating enough, you're just gonna be obsessing about food. And I did that for years. All I could think about was food and when my next meal was and what I was gonna have for dessert and if I couldn't have dessert. And it was just this constant thinking about food, or if I messed up today, or if I did well today. And it was never just peaceful with food. It was never just, you know, no guilt, no condemnation. I just really believe that if we start to honor the body that God has given us today, that we will truly see an amazing transformation. And I can attest to this in my own personal life, that God literally saved me from myself, because in the end, it was pride. I was so prideful and I was so concerned about how I looked that I wanted to control my food and my portions and my calories. And when I let that go, that's when I truly saw transformation in my life. And I really hope that that can help you too as well, because portion control and how much you eat and what you eat is directly related to what you see when you look in the mirror. And you have the power to look in the mirror and no longer say, you are ugly, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, you need to do that. You can look at yourself today, right now even, and say, I am fearfully made. I am created in a way that is perfectly made by God. And I am gonna honor and choose love for myself, because God gives me love and grace and mercy and forgiveness every single day. And I'm gonna do that too. I'm not gonna be enslaved to the idea of perfection. I'm not gonna be enslaved to diets and calories and restrictions. I am going to be free in what God has given me, which is the power of choice and the way that I view things. And I just want you to know that you can do it. You can absolutely change everything in your life today, right now. After watching this video, you can totally just never look back from what you did. That's what I did one day. I literally was like, I'm not looking back. And if I'm gonna be really honest, I went to Coffee Bean and got a coconut pineapple muffin because I had been wanting it for so long and I was dieting for so long that I went over there and I drove and I got that muffin and it was amazing. And then it made me feel sick because it was a ton of gluten and sugar, but that was a learning experience for me. That was kind of my moment, if you will, of saying, like, I'm not gonna be defined by restrictions anymore. I'm not gonna be defined by what I eat and what I don't eat. And so I went over there, I got the muffin. It was amazing, it was delicious, but soon after I ate it, I was like, oh, I don't feel very well. And then it was like this whole new switch in mentality of, not only was that delicious and it was so yummy, but I have the choice to not eat that again because it didn't make me feel good. Instead of looking at it and saying, I can't eat that because it's unhealthy and it's bad and it has sugar and carbs and there's no nutritional value in it, I looked at it and I thought that was really good and it was delicious and yummy, but it just doesn't make me feel good, so I don't want to eat it. You know, therefore, because it doesn't make me feel good, I don't want to eat it. Instead of, that's bad for me, therefore I can't eat it, it's, I can eat it, but because it doesn't make me feel good, therefore I don't want to eat it. So you have a choice. And I think that we forget that a lot of the times when it comes to portion control. You might feel out of control, honestly. You might feel like I can't control my portions. And I just want you to know that you have the choice. There's a very real enemy out there that tells all of us, girls and guys too, that we are just what we look like, and we need to look a certain way, and we need to do this certain thing. And honestly, that's not true. That's a lie, and it comes literally straight from hell, and that's exactly where it can go back to. You do not have to be enslaved to lies anymore that say that you're not good enough, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you can't do this, or you are out of control with your food. And you have a choice. You have control. You can do it. I believe in you. I really hope that this helped you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.